And so this morning I went out for a walk. At least there's still enough. Yesterday I was really worried by here. I almost want to take this off. What's going on with Pleiadians? What's going on with Pleiadians in my life? It's because what occultists might say is the darkness is with the light in all things. I know there's these Pleiadians here who are what are two occultists are just wearing my sweatbands again, just outside exercising. And yesterday I went outside several times. There was still enough freedom left in the United States of America for me that I could go outside my residence, but not without feeling harassed by the NSA's Blue Moon group. And this morning, no, there. Oh, well, it seemed like there they were again. Yesterday after 9 Unknown Men helped me change my communication strategy toward toward these parties after what is it, 6 or 8 weeks of temper tantrums by the Black Monk that I've been encountering. 9 Unknown Men helped me change my communication strategy, and I don't want to call them my own temper tantrums, but I definitely had to change my communication strategy in the wake of the kind of psychic driving I would experience connected with the Black Monks program at the NSA's Blue Moon group. Suffice to say, they seem to have very advanced technology there, and 9 Unknown Men felt like I was being accosted in my bedroom by them this morning. And I was being accosted by the NSA in my own bedroom that I couldn't have, and here we go. I'm sure extraterrestrials make it the utmost issue of urgency for national security. And I think where we were last night was that there were non-human personnel in the Blue Moon group, like Groom Lake is alleged to have, by people who've been inside the facility. And I almost want to be really quiet because I know the non-human personnel here is telepathically when I get their attention. And I hope they're not afraid to approach the Black Monk program NSA Blue Moon group member, because what was mentioned to me last night was that the Ebens, Ebens they're called, extraterrestrials from the Zeta Reticulan genetic chain it would be called, were afraid to approach the Black Monk in whatever timeline's interacting with me, with apologies to audiences where they try not to believe in time travel. Sad. And so, this can't be a funny joke where the kids play the flashy thing and I have no memory and it's haha funny. I think somebody expects me to put here. Let's just put this back on because I have too many producers or something. Too many producers and they're all fired. It's like it can't turn into this funny show where it's like ha ha ha, there's the flashy thing, and you forgot everything, because that's just not doing justice to our country. What our country needs are civil liberties being preserved in the 21st century at all. Because if you don't have any civil liberties because you're an ET contactee, or I had my civil liberties reduced in ways I described in previous videos through what apparently was some kind of contradictive government program. At any rate, what I was told last night was the Ebens were afraid to approach the Black Monk from the Blue Moon group, who I encountered through interaction with Alex Collier. So none of them wanted me to caution people, unfortunately. Since the Andromedans were really sad, I could feel their feelings in my heart, how they were really sad. That the 9 Unknown Men, and they didn't seem angry with them. It seemed really sad that 9 Unknown Men wanted me to caution people about interaction with Alex Collier, because they've spent so many years with Alex Collier. I presume they seem real to me as more than a psychic phenomenon, because there's an egregore or a group of spirits that's involved with Alex Collier. I should give a link to his work in this perhaps now that I provided image 10. And I respectfully disagree with Alex Collier about time travel. I think time travel is real and other timelines are real. Yeah, what I noticed he promoted, there's no such thing as time travel worldview. I noticed I felt uncomfortable with that because I'd experienced time travel. I went, huh? He didn't post, out front of his website, no time travelers allowed, or we don't believe in time travel. And the Andromedans never told me, Bright, you're not allowed to believe in time travel. I guess that's Alex Collier's personal belief, or he would prefer to believe that. Yeah, that's how he wants to construct his reality, is not believing in time travel. I personally do, so I respectfully disagree with him, even though and then the Andromeda Serial to me though is more than like a spiritual presence, where there's also like a psychic presence called Petray. Yeah, that can act on spirits in my space, and I can sense spirit is here with me. All right, well, thank you, good spirits in my life. I'm, because even though I had like an experience, I spoke about this at like last night, and maybe I should keep this topical. It's just, for people out there who are experiencing, if you feel like you're having like a mind control experience of your life, if you feel like your mind is being controlled by outside forces, what it would be. This goes right into philosophy theory of mind for me though, where if you want to develop a relationship with spirit can help you take control of your own mind. And once you can control your own mind through interaction with the spirit world, then your interactions, I'm supposed to say you're much less of a biological automaton yourself. Because how I ended up in this situation apparently is I encountered somebody who wanted to believe that humans are just malfunctioning biological automatons who have spiritual beliefs. And I'm just glad I took it upon myself to look upon some of my memories with honesty with myself and go, there's a spiritual explanation for that. Oh, and the gods are strong with me this morning. So how almighty gods, how could any of us give up on angelic beings completely while on earth? Well, because even if it was the Valkyries of the Norse, they're like angels, right? Yeah, and angels are such influential beings. They're part of people's psychic reality. They're part of people's psychic experience. No, mighty gods. No, and I'm sensing the Norse gods are tuning to me again. I know one of the UFO pilots, I almost want to call him, is often very attuned to the Norse gods who's communicating with me. It seems like there's a UFO occupant, or then it's not a UFO, then it's identified alien vehicle or extraterrestrial vehicle, who's often attuned to the Norse gods, because they didn't have, they just admitted to me we didn't actually have a relationship with, almost want to say like the god Yahweh, peace be upon him, before I went to this planet. I think if I say it that way, he's not angered to see his name. And and I said, and some people know not to say that name, because he'll show right up. He'll show right up and he'll go, hey, it's me, I heard that. People believe that about it, people do. And so I thought I'd just perceive Mighty Thor saying, couldn't give up on angels completely. And so the gods are real to me too, I'm not sure what to do. And so I used to be agnostic and I lean toward polytheism now. Where I go, if each of the angels is like a god or like a demigod, then there's a lot of spiritual, a lot of spiritual energy in Western magic. Because there goes like the theosophist in my mind, where I don't want to be weighing like the occult power of, I don't want to call it the occult power of Thor, or the occult power of like an angelic being with Thor. Here we go with a very powerful being called Thor, and today is Woden's Day or Thor's Day. I thought today I thought it was Woden's Day. Woden's Day or Wednesday. Why do we even call it that in the West? Is it because when the Gregorian calendar was being conceived of, it couldn't make Tyr, Freya, Woden, and Thor go away? Tomorrow's Thor's Day. It's Frigga's Day. For primary deities of the Norse pantheon, or days of the week for us in, let's say, non-Romance languages. Here we go. I go with why the days of the week have different names in Romance languages. And I don't think that's really like an occult secret. I thought occult secrets were kind of a joke where we could go to the store and be like, a complete system of occult philosophy. And it's not the most accessible book on the Holy Kabbalah, but it actually got me started with any kind of magic that involved with angels, completely absent. And you don't have to go to church. You don't have to go to church, or you don't have to have a personal relationship with a church. To take up the Kabbalah. It's just a beautiful book in some ways, where I can go over this beautiful Hebrew writing that I said. Certainly the God I said loves this beautiful Hebrew writing. It goes, we don't have to give it up, even though Enochian angel magic has been conceived of in some minds. right? And I think of these different alphabets. It's like what informed these psychics who came up with like the Thuban script here or these other scripts. It's like they really these psychics really had this experience of these different. Like this isn't quite the Enochian language. One of these is considered like the fairy or elf language. Here we go. It's intersected with the magic of the Kabbalah before. Celestial writing the writing of the Malachim here. Right, so this is a powerful Western magic, and it could be a powerful Western magic. It's been a good Western magic to me, and it's just a beautiful book on the Kabbalah. Even though the typesettings, even though the typesetting makes it is somewhat difficult to read, and. Oh, I haven't read the section about Zoroaster. It has something about Zoroaster in it too. Right, and I don't know if I could go so much into the Masons right now and how the tracing boards work. Very, very, very awkward with my pseudonymous channel where I'm wearing like I think I have like that mask that makes me a cyber terrorist in my closet somewhere. Where what's it called? The Guy Fawkes mask. I think I have one of them in my closet, and it's not for celebrating the gunpowder treason. I forgot where I got it. I don't know if a friend left me with it after a party or something like that. It just turned up one day, and I don't want to walk around town like here I am, some creep wearing a mask. This is allowed. I know once I'm wearing a mask, I'm just that creep. I'm going, no, even though people have like the Keep Portland Weird motto, I just feel like that's too weird for me, and I can just go around being just one more white person in a pretty white neighborhood of Portland, Oregon, pretty much minding my own business. No, because once you're wearing a mask in public, people are going to be uneasy, like, why are you hiding your face? It's just natural in a lot of situations. And I almost want to wrap up this morning ramble and see what happens when I'm relating to the other relating to extra telepaths in my life, and I'm relating to the other psychics. So peace out.